Good evening. All right, this is Trash Panda here, and we're going to play some Streets of Rogue. It is a new, or another roguelike game that I came across from another developer, John Smedley from Pixel Image, who's making Heroes Song. And he sent out a tweet about this, and it was a free copy, as you see here, for just for signing up and playing. So I figured I'd give the game a look, and after spending a good few minutes with it, it is really a fun game. For a little bit here, I'm going to do kind of like a little let's play kind of review of the game in alpha state. But I mean, how much can you give a review of a game that's in alpha? There's stuff that's going to be added, so if you don't like it, who knows? It's more than likely going to change. They're going to add stuff. Right now there's no storyline, just your randomly procedurally generated terrain, city / slums. But one of the cool things out of the box here is you do have settings for myself, like in Twitch. I can have followers go through and torment me by giving me good things, bad things. I can you can put in killer robots and different things like that. So depending on how things go, you can incorporate your gameplay with your viewers, and that's always a whole lot of fun. And you can always go through, as you see here, you can even have multiplayer. So that'll be fun as well. Now, initially, he said it's going to be about 40 different characters. This is what he's got in here so far. And each one of these characters has different traits associated with them. And some of them are pretty cool. This guy can serve drinks. Has a trait. And, a shapeshifter. So this one's cool. So, instead of having even a trait, they'd have special abilities. And so the special abilities, if you, the key binding is if you right click or whatever it is you set it to, you can activate the special ability, and it'll do that. So not every character has a special ability. For example, the oh crud. The bum doesn't have any special abilities, but he's got special bum traits. So just an all-around, I think this guy was an all-around even-keeled character, so there's nothing really positive or negative about it. Here's your controls, pretty easy, nothing too hard here, and pretty much like everything is destructible, and depending on what you're breaking, some people are really not going to care what you're doing. You're not going to go punching through walls, because that's just not going to happen, but you can go through and punch through doors. If this other slum dweller wasn't it wasn't going to be pissed about it, you can go in and blow up, punch down, do whatever. You can even do fun things here, like knock on the window. And if you had a co-op player, I could imagine you can go around, knock on the window to draw the attention from one guy while you're doing another thing. So that's kind of fun. And again, you got different types of characters and stuff like that. So from my experiences, the couple times that I've played through, you can really attack anybody. There's obviously, if you're going to get into a room or a building, like right here where you've got a bunch of people in there, usually all these people are going to come into this person's aid if I start attacking the bartender. So, speaking of the bartender, he is actually a mission giver. Usually these retrieve notations mean that he's part of a quest. So if I actually hit tab here, you'll see on this particular level in the Slums 1, I have 2 missions where I've got to break out apparently a couple people here out of prison. So these are guerrillas I'm assuming this is some sort of lab. So you get some scientists performing tests on the gorillas, and I will get a ear warp whistle. And the retrieve mission, I have to retrieve a MacGuffin muffin from from the bartender, and you have a number of different ways of retrieving said muffin. The way I've always retrieved them is by the faithful way of punching these people to death. You can go and bribe them with an item, bribe them with cash. I can try to threaten them. You know, really, when at the end of the day, the only real way to get a muffin off of a guy is just by beating his face. So, you know, why wait? Oh, and luckily, the hacker over the way isn't going to come after me, so cool. I got my wall bypassers. Nobody came and attacked me. And now we have one dead bartender. So if I come in here, I'll use the key, punch the camera. Now nobody's going to see me in here. I'm going to take the banana, take the cash. And yeah, so I might not be able to punch through walls, but usually explosions will do do the cool part for me, where you can blow through walls and things like that. So I'm sure if I get a like a rocket launcher or grenades or things like that, you know, you can get your way through the terrain that way. So you can complete a bunch of different missions any which way you can. I don't want to say any way you want to, but there's a bunch of different ways you can get through a mission. So I'm going to do the normal bum thing here. I'm going to go and loot all the trash cans I can, because, you know, Dad needs to make some money somehow. So, alright. Oh, I could say, I don't think I've ever seen the worker character before. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. You just go around town doing what you can for you know, completing missions, getting experience, things like that. So now I'm going to try and go in here and rescue these gorillas. I'm not exactly sure how to do it without having to come in here and beat these guys up, but I think I'm just going to have to. I want to try doing one of these missions where I'm not beating people's asses, but I think that's just what it's going to boil down to. But again, you know, these guys are scientists, so they're not really, like, you know, hard to beat. Unless, you know, they gang up on me. Holy cow. Some of the things I love about this game is, like, you get some kill shots where the camera will go through and slow right down, and, like, the body that you've just punched or whatever, the guy will just explode. I think that was a little bit of a kill cam. I'm just wrecking this guy. Ready? Pow! Oh, this is great. So, you know, this is one of those games where, you know, yeah, it's a roguelike, and yeah, depending on your opinion of roguelikes, you know, just going around and being able to punch these guys like in the faces and stuff like that and blow them up, it's pretty damn fun. So even if I don't get any further than level 1, just going through and you know, beating these guys up like this is pretty fun. So you do get like different items in here. Since I don't know what a lot of these syringes are, you know, I can't really, you know, tell just by looking at it what happens. So I could be the normal type of bum here and just start jabbing myself with whatever type of syringe it is, and hopefully it's something good and not something bad. So, you know, ooh, can I clone my machine or clone myself with this machine? I don't think so. Open lock doors. Boom. All right. So one of the sad things is you can't read people's emails because that would be rude. So yeah, I just completed the missions, and really, again, that's it. You get about like 2 or 3 missions on each level. And that's it. You get to the next level, and then you just kind of rinse and repeat. You can go through all the levels here, and like see this treasure chest. You can make your way through there and try to get the treasure, or you can just ignore it and get to the next level. Depending on what your goal is. Do you want to get all the way through? To the next level as quickly as possible, or do you want to try and come on, man, bam, boom, that was a kill shot, bam. Alright, so I'm going to try the syringe number 2. I am now confused. Awesome. Alright, number 3. Don't be poisoned. I'm invisible. And number 4. Oh my god, confusion is that typical confusion where your controls are backwards. So dumb. And it always confuses me. Oh my god, confusion. It stays true. Alright. So one of the controls you can do is hit control when you're got all the missions done. Yeah, it'll take you right to the end of the level, and you can get your stats of how you did on that level and proceed to the next one. When you do level up, you get to pick, a number of, I can say a number of traits because you only get to pick one, so you just got to figure out which one you like the most. So I've been punching dudes the most, so yeah. And like I said, the game just as it is right now is really fun. And I think the most I've ever gotten is to like level 3. Because as you can see, my health is not the highest that it can be. But you can eat things like bananas and stuff like that. Eat the cheeseburgers. That'll help get some of your health back and stuff like that. So I've got 3 missions here. I have to rescue him, retrieve this from a safe, and yeah, there's another one. You just gotta flip switches. So not too bad. Alright, so nobody's home. So I'm just gonna punch my way into the door. Nobody cares. And if we're gonna do a little B&E here, why not break everything? Okay. So yeah, this is Streets of Rogue. Later on when it gets some sort of storyline in here, the environment will change. The higher up you go in the slums, I guess you were. Into the city proper. We're kind of like in the lower section, so there's it's like dark and dank, different things like that. Oh, what? He really wants that door open. Holy cow. Alright, so nobody told me those the red ones really explode. Damn. So yeah. There you go. That is Streets of Rogue. Dude, I will rinse and repeat that all day long. Like I said, that's pretty fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed.